Welcome back to the Dragonfly Garage. This time we're back in the studio and getting ready for a blackout. Why don't you join me and let's kick a little glass. Alright, let's get this blackout started. But first, I gotta clean my workspace. And now the star of the video, the black glass. This is just a plain flat black glass that I'm going to cut into strips, and it's kind of a guessing game on what size and how many I need, so I just make a random sizes and a random amount. Such an easy glass to work with. There's no bumps or ridges. It's just flat and plain, unlike a glass from Yucagani Glass Company, which has a lot of different ridges. As you can see, I already have the center and the color part done, and true to the video title, let's get this blackout rolling. Doing this fill with a solid color is a real nice change of pace from having to look at the entire piece as I'm doing the colored glass in the center and making sure that I'm not repeating colors, and it's just a real nice color flow. But with the black, it's just kind of autopilot and just fill that in, and you really get into a nice groove. It's almost a meditation at that point. Every once in a while you'll notice I'm doing a couple things. One, I'm taking a razor and I'm cleaning out some of the glue along the edges of the pieces I already had laid down. That just helps me lay the black pieces closer and you don't have any gaps from dried glue. Secondly, you'll see me grab a bag, and that is my glue bag. That's how I glue everything down. So sometimes I'm buttering the pieces on the back, and sometimes I'm just filling areas and then laying the pieces down. Just depends on the space that I have to work with. finishing up the first piece and moving on to the second. Essentially they look the same. Obviously they're not going to be the same in terms of color and where I'm putting the glass, and the center is going to be different, but they really do a nice job if you ever wanted to have two pieces in the same room that aren't the same but definitely complement each other. That's why we usually make our art in pieces of two, because there is that chance that someone might want to put them together, which just looks great because we've used the same glass to make both pieces, so it makes a cohesive unit. One of the challenges in this design using the circle form is that every piece has a different edge angle. So I can't just cut a straight line and just use that as my edge angle. I have to cut a new one for each piece because every degree of the circle is different. And so that really can test your patience after a while. A fun thing I recommend you do with this video is start at the beginning and then fast forward to the end, and the little box that goes along the fast forward on the bottom is going to look like I'm creating a record out of thin air. Here's how they started out, and here's how they look finished. My favorite part of this technique is that the black glass, which doesn't allow any light to come through, really forces the light and the color through the center and the colored glass in the middle. I want to thank you so much for joining me in the Dragonfly Garage today. I have lots more videos on the way, so stay tuned. Go ahead and hit that like button for me, and then smash that subscribe. Hey, don't forget to check us out on all the socials.